Welcome back to Midwest Magnum. I'm Kurt.
And I'm Wes. Today we have the sought after CANIK MC9 Prime. Been waiting a while for it. I know it's been out for a good couple weeks now, but I finally got my hands on one and we're going to test it out, see what we think, and see if it's everything we expected.
And if you know anything about this channel, we love our CANIKs, as you can see. And when we saw this at SHOT Show, said we had to have it. So Wes was on the phone, and in fact, you got another one coming, I think.
I do. So the first one I ordered isn't here yet, and I found this one, so I just bought this one.
Yeah. Because
we all know I'm impatient.
So we're going to run it through the tests and see, since this is the first CANIK made in America, this is still the same quality that Turkish guns have provided with all the previous CANIKs.
First rounds through the MC9 Prime. See how it does. So I've heard a lot that the ports don't really do much, and maybe a little bit. I think the ports definitely help. It doesn't feel like it's that snappy, so I think they do definitely help. Obviously with the ports it's going to be louder, so that's pretty noticeable, but so far I think that they do make a difference.
First thing I can tell you right now, this is my first rounds with CANIK, I can tell you it's much thinner profile than the normal CANIKs, so probably going to be better suited for carry. Not a huge difference, but it's definitely a little slimmer, if you will. It feels good. I do like it, that's for sure. And I thought the skinny profile would make it a little bit more difficult for me. Didn't have a problem at all. It's a nice gun.
After our last conversation with the trigger, I gotta say, so when I first got it, when I was just kind of messing with it in the gun store, when I took it home, everybody I heard talked about the rival trigger. So obviously, aesthetically, it looks just like the rival trigger. The one thing I was disappointed about when I was just kind of messing with it before I shot it was the extensive travel before you get to the wall. So, which is typical for a carry gun, but I was thinking that was going to be gone, expecting the more of the rival trigger. I mean, however, it does have a nice crisp break, nice reset. So I wouldn't say once I started shooting it, I even noticed it, but I thought that was going to be very disappointing for me, the way it actually felt with the travel. But honestly, I don't even notice it while I'm shooting.
It's got the CANIK trigger, that's for sure. Wes and I were talking about it. What's crazy with the CANIK trigger is when you have enough CANIKs, you eventually get used to that trigger, and it doesn't give you that wow, holy shit factor anymore. But it doesn't disappoint. This is another great CANIK trigger. Resets really well. So huge win for the trigger again. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I almost feel like, 30 rounds through it, I like this CANIK Prime better than my Stoker.
And I had to document, he just said that, and I had to grab the camera and document.
So there we go, it's on camera. Not by a ton, but, and again, only 2 magazines through it, but that's one of my favorite CANIKs for sure.
At its core, the METE MC9 Prime boasts a new enhanced compensated barrel and slide with an integrated expansion chamber, delivering accuracy and reduced muzzle rise. This design ensures unparalleled control, making follow-up shots faster and more precise. Complementing this is the addition of night vision sights, providing exceptional visibility in low-light conditions and ensuring confidence in any scenario. This exceptional handgun isn't just about performance, it's about versatility. With its robust construction, refined design, and attention to detail, the METE MC9 Prime is the ultimate tool for professionals and enthusiasts who demand the best. The METE MC9 Prime package also includes a G-code designed ambidextrous holster, compatible with both IWB inside the waistband and OWB outside the waistband, carry configurations for left and right-handed users alike. The CANIK Prime is a semi-automatic striker-fired 9mm handgun. The barrel length is 3.64 inches, with an overall length of 6.73 inches. It is 5.43 inches in height, 1.16 inches in width, and weighs in at 1.46 pounds. It has a capacity of 17+1 and comes with 2 magazines, a hard case, holster, and more. Our scoring system consists of 3 components: construct, performance, and maintenance, each having 3 additional subcomponents, with each of these subcomponents evaluated at 33.3%. The scores are then tallied up and divided by 3 for an overall rating. As you can see, the Prime received a 98% score.
All right, welcome back. We just finished our range day, and with the new CANIK MC9 Prime, had a really good day.
That was a good day.
A lot of rounds.
Yeah.
So
we probably put close to 1,000 rounds through the Prime today. It got to the point where we had to stop because I'm like, Wes, we were going through ammo, but that's how fun the gun was.
yeah, you're right. At some point, I forgot that it was a compact carry gun, and I felt like I was shooting one of the other CANIKs.
Yeah, it was.
So.
It was. I don't know. It was one of the very few one of the very few guns that, after the very first magazine, it was like you just fell in love with it. Like I said, I almost like it better than Stoeger now, and I will probably get that.
Okay.
And that will probably be my primary carry. So, but yeah, it's a great gun. I like the trigger. The trigger was really nice. It did have a little bit of play in it, but like Wes said, that's okay for a conceal.
Right.
You know, overall though, the trigger is a CANIK trigger. Absolutely fantastic.
And that's the thing. When I got it before we went to the range, because today was the first day we shot it, just handling it, using it, I thought for some reason, I just knew I was going to be extremely disappointed with the purchase and the gun. I didn't think it was going to meet my expectations. The trigger, the way it felt with the extended travel, I thought I fully expected to be disappointed, and I wasn't. I mean, I didn't even, when you're shooting, you don't even notice the extended travel, because once you get to that break point, it's crisp, just like the other triggers. Nice reset. It met my expectations, what I was hoping for. And a lot of the stuff you see online that I've been watching so far, you know, everybody seems a little bit disappointed. And so I expected to be disappointed. I expected not that much recoil difference, but I really, I feel that, especially, I just feel that the ports definitely made a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, if you're seeing smoke in the lens, it's not you. We have a cookout going right now, so nothing like a day at the range and then some ribs after. The thing that I think surprised me the most about the CANIK was that Prime was the fact that it's a sleeker design. And when you first hold it, you feel that difference. You're like, okay, that's significantly slimmer than a normal CANIK. But when you shoot it, you don't feel it.
No,
and you're like,
you really don't.
Where did that sleekness go? Like, it felt like you were holding a full-size CANIK grip, and it was a sleeker design. And that's what sold me. Like, that was my first impression was, wow, this is much slimmer than my Stoeger, but feels exactly like it when I shoot it.
Yeah. And the more you shoot it, better it feels. I mean,
Yep.
it's just, you really just get used to it. I mean, we did most of our shooting off camera today,
Yeah.
which was maybe good and bad, but
Well,
I mean,
you
we
can
did,
only take
yeah,
so much
we did a
video that you're
ton
like,
of shooting.
all right, let's have fun now.
Yeah, and it just, at some point I was plinking out at like 50 yards on a 12-inch steel, and I was thinking it was, not every time, of course, I wish I was that good, but I mean, I did get it.
You are that good, Wes.
Thanks. But I almost was thinking I had my SFX Pro or the TTI, or
Yeah.
but then I remembered that I had the Prime.
Well, we brought today, just to get a feel, we brought the Rival S, the Combat TTI. You had your SFX.
Nope, I didn't
Pro?
have
Oh, you
the
didn't bring that.
SFX. Nope.
But you know, we shot a number of different CANIKs along with it. Now, we didn't shoot them nearly as much because we were here shooting the CANIK, and we just wanted to get a feel for the differences. And you know, it's shocking to me, the size of that one, and it feels just like the full sizes when you shoot it.
Right.
Yet it is concealable.
Yep.
So,
and one thing I was very happy about is it uses all the other CANIK mags.
Yep.
So I loaded, first I tested and make sure they worked, and I loaded up all my CANIK mags so we didn't have to spend a ton of time reloading. So I had preloaded like 350 rounds before we even got there. And
you were too excited about today.
A little bit too excited, yeah. I mean, first of all, I held off shooting it, which was a shocker all in itself, but I was ready for today and anticipating it. But it's nice. So if you have other CANIKs, you want to go to the range, you can preload, you grab your other mags, they fit in. Of course, they're going to stick out a little bit further. But with the full-size grip, it really doesn't matter whether they stick out or have that at the bottom.
100%. I definitely like the interchangeability on the mags. I mean, we've got a number of CANIKs.
Great for. I mean,
they do it right, because then you don't have to go out and buy a $10,000 worth of flipping mags. I mean, if you brought all of your CANIK mags, I brought all of mine, Matt brought all of his, we may never have to reload.
No.
I mean, honestly, you had 350 rounds just in your CANIK mags. I've got about 20 of them. Matt's probably got about 5 or 10. So, you know, do the math there. We could have close to 1,000 rounds in those magazines. I love that feature of CANIK. I absolutely love it.
It's definitely smart of them, and that makes me like their brand even more, that they don't just make everything a little bit different where you got to buy a bunch of different crap of theirs.
Yeah.
It's a lot of interchangeable stuff.
And like Wes said, you can see the gun is clear. Nothing in the well. Like Wes said too, there is a lot of play before you hit the wall. But once you do, the reset is right there. And it's awesome. So you get rid of all that play, and you've got a really nice reset. Again, if it's a concealed carry, I might want a little bit more play.
Yeah, and that's true.
Trigger. So CANIK has been so good with their triggers. Who knows? That could have been completely done by design.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
So, and by the way, the Prime is the first CANIK made in America.
Yeah.
Now, it's still got the CANIK design from Turkey, but it's actually made in America. So if you want that amazing America,
which is why we have the flags in our videos today, because it is American made. So,
and if you want that awesome CANIK build, but you're always like, you know, I only want to buy America, there you go. Prime is your solution. It's the answer, and it's a great gun.
Yep.
One of the things that we're going to do in a follow-up video to this is we get asked a lot, you know, what's the ideal carry, or can you compare some of the different carry guns, like especially by smaller framed individuals, or not to be sexist, but females that are like, I want a smaller gun. I don't want a 380. I want a 9mm. What's the best? I think we've got probably 4 or 5 concealed carries that are really small. this would be the biggest.
Yep.
But I'm thinking we're probably in our next video, we're going to run this, brought to our attention, our mind, hey, let's compare these. We're going to compare the Hellcat Micro. We're going to compare it to the Bersa BP9CC, which is the carry, concealed carry. It's a smaller one. And then the last one would probably be, I'd say maybe the Ruger Max 9.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. And there's a lot of other ones that we considered and just kind of took them out. We're trying to eliminate and just have just a few.
Yeah, and like the Bersa 9 has the exact same frame, sleekness, ergonomics. We were thinking about doing the Stoeger STR9C, the micro compact, but that's too thick. It's not apples to apples. So I think those four will probably be our best.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them are apples to apples. I mean, this is definitely bigger than the Hellcat, but bigger than the 9 Max.
Yeah.
So
but not much.
No, not a lot,
significantly.
but it's noticeably different.
Yeah.
So
all right, so to break this down, what'd you think of the ergonomics?
I'm
liked
pretty
it?
happy, yeah.
I did too. I liked the sleekness of it and the feel of it. What'd you think of the trigger?
I thought I was going to be really pissed off, but it didn't even faze me. I definitely like the trigger.
Yep. I was the same way. I thought it had a lot, more play than it should, but as a concealed carry, I'm okay with that.
Right.
And it's a typical CANIK trigger. It's just smooth and just
crisp.
Yep. Nice gun to shoot. What about the sights?
I did great with them. I actually liked them a lot. I mean,
I too thought that the sights were really nice. That's the one complaint I always have of guns.
Mm-hmm.
These sights were great. You could acquire real quick. I really liked them a lot. I would say the only thing that we both discussed out on the range was the slide is very stiff.
Yeah, it is very stiff. So I'm glad you mentioned that before we sign off. The slide is very stiff for this gun. So that could become an issue if I do have additional ports put in, because when you have it ported, as we discussed before, you tend to do a reduced recoil spring. So that may cause issues. And the only other CANIK gun that has the exact same slide length as this is the MC9 LS. So I've been searching online for a reduced recoil spring for that because I know it would fit in here, but I can't find it. So I am worried about if I do have additional ports put in, it could be a functioning issue.
I would leave it the way it is.
So until I know there's a reduced spring, I'd probably leave it the way it is.
That gun, it's great the way it is right now. I mean, it's...
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, if I'm going to carry this as well as I was shooting with it, maybe I'll leave it. Yeah, I think for now I'll leave it, just due to I want reliability if I'm going to be carrying it, and I don't want to mess with anything because the other ones had a learning curve to them. So
when it works that well
and shoots that well,
wouldn't touch it.
Yep.
I do know one of our videos coming up will be the ported XDM and the issues that we had with it, and then how they were fixed and how it came out, but I would not mess with that. So to wrap it up, we both thoroughly enjoyed shooting this gun. It's a great gun. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Love it.
Don't go buy it, because I'm going to go pick up my second one.
Yeah. Well, we're not promoting the sale of it, by the way. We're only telling you what we thought of it, and we think it's a very good gun.
Yes.
So another win for CANIK, that's for sure.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Hopefully this was helpful. Join us next week for the comparison between the Prime, the Hellcat, the 9 Max, and the Bersa. And hopefully it gives you some more knowledge.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
America.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the alerts so that you don't miss any of our future videos. And by the way, that logo right there, you can click that to subscribe. So show us how good your aim is. That logo right there, that one. Go ahead, click it.